Greetings of peace to you. This is Adib Shabazz. I'm here with this week's video. This week's video is on cosmic fatherhood. As above, so below. And I'm going to explain what that means, but this was spurred on from yesterday's, at the time of this recording. Yesterday was the celebration of Father's Day that most people observed in North America. And I first of all therefore want to greet everybody who is a father out there with Happy Father's Day and celebrate the fatherhood of those who have taken an active part in being fathers, whether they are biologically fathers or they are uncles or they are neighbors or they are godfathers. But all of those who are being fathers out there, Happy Father's Day to you. This was spurred on by the reactions I see and the responses I see usually every year. Is nothing different from a lot of single mothers who want to wish their single mothers Happy Father's Day. And there was a few comments that were left on Facebook that I really appreciated. One from Kiora, very dear friend of mine. One from my oldest daughter, who is a single mother also. Both Kiora and my oldest daughter are single mothers. And one from another person I'm not quite familiar with, but it was profound nonetheless. And basically the message was, they cannot be, nor do they try to be, fathers. They are single parents doing the best they can, and there is no cause for celebration for a missing father. No matter how good a job you do as a single parent, it still is not cause for celebration and to say you are the father as well as the mother. As far as I'm concerned, the celebration of mother is 365 days. Mother is celebrated daily. Father is seldom celebrated even when he is present in the home. And we need to really give honor to fatherhood. Somehow we seem to miss giving that honor to fatherhood. And we need to restore that. Now, we can have opinions, we can argue, we could debate, and I really don't get into arguments and debates. And I do respect differences of opinion. I'm more interested, however, in the science of things, because opinions are a dime a dozen and everybody is entitled to their own, and I respect them. However, let's look into the science of fatherhood. I'm going to go into the universal science of fatherhood and see how that relates to us here. The universal science of fatherhood is the above part. Not necessarily somewhere out in the sky by and by, but I'm talking about universal. I call it above because in our system of human beings, we have 7 chakras, and the crown chakra represents that which is above, that which rules from the universal realm. Thought, consciousness. That's where it emanates from. That's represented in the crown chakra. And I'm going to call that the above. The below would be our lower chakras, especially the root chakra and all that deals with the sexual function. All the lower chakras are related to that. So everything has its place, and I'm just going to put it in a way that hopefully you will understand. First of all, there is no positive polarity without negative polarity. Likewise, there is no father without mother. So first of all, true fatherhood honors mother. True fatherhood honors mother to the highest degree. And if you're not honoring mother, then you certainly can't be father. That is something that people need to understand. There is no fatherhood without motherhood. So we get that clear. It is a partnership. It takes two, as some of you saw me post on Facebook and a few other social networks. It takes two. Now, there's a positive and negative polarity. I want to be very clear on that. I've explained this before, but this might be your first time watching me on video, or you might have just forgotten or not paid attention to that aspect. So let me make it clear so I don't get anybody shooting darts at me for no reason whatsoever. Positive polarity and negative polarity do not mean good and bad. They don't mean those things. Positive and negative polarity are simply that, polarities. If you've ever studied electricity or you ever studied chemistry, you understand that there is positive and negative polarities in things. And that is just how nature is. That's how physics is. That's how chemistry is. That's how energy is. All energy is positive and negative polarity. So we're not talking good and bad. We're not saying, well, he's a positive person, he's a negative person. Not in that respect when we're talking about this particular topic. So let's be clear on that. So you have positive polarity and negative polarity. Now the male polarity is the positive polarity, or the positive force. And again, this is not a good or bad thing. It's not saying males are good. It's saying that we're a positive polarity. Male represents the positive polarity, because when you have a positive polarity, you're talking about that which projects outward, and the male projects outward by nature. In the universe, you see something in the realm of, let's say, a supernova. For those of you who know what supernovas are, when a star explodes and all the energy emanates outward, it is a supernova. And that energy is spread far and wide through the universe, or through a good deal of the universe. Nothing goes through the entire universe, but not in a physical way, but its energy travels far and wide in the universe. On the other hand, to make contrast, negative energy, the internal, the receptive force, would be akin to, let's say, a black hole, which just as powerfully sucks everything into it. So those are examples of positive force and negative force, projecting force and internal force, or receptive force. And you can see, looking at from the above, looking at the universe, that's an example that can be used, the supernova and the black hole. On the below side, as I said, as above, so below, looking at it from an earth perspective, looking at it from a human perspective, you look at the male genitalia. The male genitalia is projecting. The penis is a projecting unit, whereas the female genitalia is a receptive unit. So the male genitalia is projecting out and emits fluid, semen, with the sperm in it that contains life, and the womb is accepting that, receptive to it. And in that womb, there of course is life itself. There's an egg, and there is the environment, more importantly, to nurture what the positive force emanated, what the male force emanated, so that it can manifest into another human being. Now, positive and negative, it shows you, no matter whether you're looking at human beings, as below, you'll see above, the same things actually work in terms of higher energy factors. The same type of process takes place. Positive and negative must work together, therefore, to bring about a universal creation. Sex itself is a microcosm of the macrocosm. It is a microcosm of the macrocosm. It's just a small example of what takes place in the entire universe, in other words. The positive mind ejaculates intention. It's like a male force. The positive mind will ejaculate an intention. The orgasm is built up on intense desire. When you have an intense desire, it brings you to that type of orgasm where you just shoot out a positive intention, an intention of what you want. Any excitement will do that. It doesn't matter whether it's a thought of what you want again or a thought of what you don't want, but that desire or passion, hopefully it's desire. We want to speak what we do want. However, anger will work also in bringing that orgasm, that universal orgasm that will actually shoot that intention out there. Sometimes it's an unintention, because you're actually shooting a concept out there that is not wanted. And by the way, I don't want to go too deeply into this, but although the thoughts are conceived as above in the crown chakra, it is that heart chakra that actually emanates the most energy, because it's going to be the emotion, the feeling that actually shoots out that intense desire, that orgasmic desire that gets shot out to the universe, that universal womb that is waiting there to accept it. So fatherhood is actually a very divine thing. Fatherhood is a microcosm of the macrocosm. It is a microcosm of the process in the universe that is creation itself. We've been talking about law of attraction for a while, and it actually is a microcosm of us actually intending our desire and putting our desire out there to the womb of creation. And who are we sending it to? We're sending it to the womb of creation. We're sending it to the receptive force. See, when we're making a prayer, a request, an affirmation, we're sending it outward. We're sending it out. To universal womb, to universal source, to universal energy, which is a receptive force. It does like the woman does, like mother does. It accepts it. It nurtures it. It grows it. And out comes the manifestation that we desire. So as fathers, what is our role once we actually put things out there? And when I say fathers, yes, on the physical level, we're talking about men. But fatherhood actually represents not only men, but men and women who actually are putting their desires out to the universe. So therefore, we have to really honor fatherhood, because it means more than man or men, or that man that you don't get along with that happens to be your baby's father. It has to do with a higher universal realm. Again, remember, speak into existence what you desire, not what is, not what irritates you. So what do you desire? You desire to honor fatherhood and motherhood so that you can have a balanced universal force. Begin to think in the way of honoring father and mother. Back to what I was talking about in the process. How does the process work? So once the father role is taken, and you've actually shot that desire, that intention out into the universe, into the womb of creation. That womb of creation is now nurturing. So what does father do? What does the father role do? Well, now we nurture mother actually. Let's help support mother in her nurturing. And how do we support, universally speaking, mother in her nurturing? We now give love, great adoration, and appreciation. That is what we do as we're waiting for the manifestation to happen. And I do say waiting, and it's arguable how long one would wait. However, there usually is a waiting period, because situations, circumstances, and events must coordinate to bring you a desire. Depending on how complex your your intention, your desire was, it may take some time for the universe to coordinate it and make sure that not only the pieces of the puzzle are ready, but you, as being one of the pieces of the puzzle who is asking to receive it, is actually ready. When sperm is emitted from the male genitalia into the womb of a woman, and that womb receives that sperm, and actually it unites with the egg inside of her, and then her womb actually nurtures that child that will grow. It takes 9 months, give or take. It takes around 270, 280 days. So we know there's a time period of waiting for that. Same here. We have to understand that we don't want to reach up in the womb. What's going on? What's happening? Why isn't it growing? I don't see anything. We have modern technology nowadays, which is very questionable in some people's eyes, but we won't get into that, that can peer into the womb and see if everything's going correctly. Ultrasounds and so forth. But the most important things from ancient days that still is most important regardless of how much technology is available is that what? We speak to the child in the womb. Sing to the child in the womb. Read to the child in the womb. Connect with that child. So that's what father should be doing. And when I say father, remember, we're talking about male and female in this role of being manifestors right now. Playing that father role here as we shoot our desires and intentions out to the womb of creation. Let's love mother now. So we send our love, our adoration, our appreciation to the process of creation, because we do love and appreciate it, and we're thankful for it. So therefore we show constant appreciation. It doesn't hurt to show constant appreciation and say thank you. You don't wonder whether that seed has taken root in that womb on a physical level, so don't wonder if it's taken root on the universal level. Say thank you, appreciate it, love that universal womb. That is the father role in creation as we're manifesting our desires. So fatherhood can be looked at in a totally different light, because when we're looking at fatherhood now, we can look at it as above, so below. Just as we look at it in a physical level, we can look at it on a universal level and tell ourselves this is always a relation on a small level to what is going on a universal level. Both father and mother help raise the manifestation once it comes, right? So we're looking at father and mother energy actually helping to raise the child on a microcosm level, on the human level. So on the macro level, on the universal level, we're looking at the father planting more seeds to support the creation, that child, that manifestation, while the mother energy, that nurturing energy, refines and takes the provisions that are received to apply them to the growth. So make sure once your manifestation comes, you continue to plant seeds to help the manifestation grow, and you also nurture it. Make sure that what grows can be applied. Now, how does that apply on a realistic level, on an actual level, on a practical level? Well, you shot your seed of desire toward the womb of creation. The womb of creation has received it, and you have to be assured that it has received it. You then give thanks, love, and appreciation on a daily basis, preferably several times a day. You give love, appreciation, and adoration and thanks for the process, for the womb of creation, as she nurtures your desire, your intention. And once you do that, and actually visualize the process, because if you're visualizing the process, it helps it become real to you. And if it's real to you, then you will sincerely give thanks. And once you sincerely give thanks on that level, once you are at that point of doing so, your manifestation will come. And you have to be assured that it will come in its due time. And when it comes in its due time, you have to, what do you do to a baby? You love that baby. You train that baby. You help that baby grow. That baby might be a business that you are looking to get into. It might be a promotion that you're looking for. It might be a new relationship that you're looking for. It might be an improvement in a relationship that you're already in. It may be many things. But whatever it is, make sure that you continually shoot seeds of desire toward its growth and its development, so that what is needed to support it will come. And then you continue the process again. Give thanks because you know it's coming. Give thanks because you know that it's improving. Give thanks that you know that your manifestation is growing. Even if it's a brand new car that you were looking for, you see that not only once it's there and you're thankful that it's there, you continue to give thanks, and you continue to know that what you need to support it, the proper maintenance, the proper care for the car and so forth, are actually there for you. And you see that coming. If it's a relationship, you know that the proper things, the proper ideas, the proper chemistry is always there for you, and you continue to shoot those seeds of desire out to the universe so that it can come back to you. And you give thanks. As soon as you shoot it out there, you don't wait for it to come to give thanks. You give thanks right away. Whatever your desire is, if it's a new job and you know that the job has already come, you give thanks, and you also shoot new seeds of desire so that the new seeds of desire can support you in your new job or your new career, your new business, so that whatever you need, clients, situations, circumstances, the right bosses, the right co-workers to make things happen for you, so that you can continue to grow in that position that you have acquired now. Whatever the desire is, be it a relationship, a vehicle, a job, a business, a career, whatever it is, you continue to shoot seeds of desire to help support it. Even if you don't know what you need to support it, the very awareness of just the fact that you know that something is needed to support it will bring you exactly what you need. Even if you don't know what you need, it will come to you, and it will manifest to you, not in some type of magical way, but your mind will recognize what's needed at the right time, in the right place, at the right moment, and will help you to nurture what you have already manifested between yourself and what the universe has granted you. I hope that I've been helpful to you in this presentation. I thank you for watching. If you like what you hear, please, first of all, subscribe to this channel. Second of all, purchase my book and be a support. It's at www.whatifgod.net. That's www.whatifgod.net. And it is What If God Were One of Us, the second edition. That is on Amazon Kindle. If you want a physical copy, I do have physical copies. Please contact me on Facebook, and I will tell you how to order. And you can contact me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/adib.shabazz.author. That's facebook.com/adib.shabazz.author. Stay in touch with me on Twitter at twitter.com/adib.shabazz. And last but not least, subscribe to my blog, the What If God blog. It's free to do. Subscribe and keep updated. Videos, audios, and written articles can be found at godblog.freedompathradio.com. That's godblog.freedompathradio.com. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for listening. And until next time, peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Namaste. Thank you.